The mandala. Usually when you're looking inside yourself, you don't see what everyone else sees. It's only when you dig to understand who you are in the beginning that you'll figure out who you truly want to be in the end. At times we go through things that seem so dark that light won't even get in, and we lack understanding. But if we realize that what we go through is not so much for understanding but for growth, I think that's when we begin to find true purpose. I have grown to realize that the moral in life is not to be the most perfect you, but the greatest you. And in order to be great, you must go into the darkest hour of your life. Because then, and only then, will you be able to transform, will you be able to shift. And once you come out of that hour, your light begins to shine. It's never what the next person may think of you or what others may say, but always what you think and say about yourself. Anything in this life that you want to achieve or that you believe you can conquer, you shall. It starts with you, the mandala.
The feeling that ignites my skin, so snowflakes feel like ball lightning passing through my bones. A sensation so removed from reality that it must be real. Because truth burns hot and bright and to the marrow. I dream myself into vines whose fruit rises to meet heaven and defy the earth. I am flowers hanging heavy in the cold dusk, all wrapped around a rootless tree that doesn't trust fertile ground. I can only reach so far without stability, without trusting myself, to take hold of the soil I stand on, the soul I stand in. I am the dark tree dreaming of freedom from these sparks of ice and lies. Dreaming to be vines stretching up and out from drowsing boughs made brittle by the weight of the electric snow.
What grew from his hand on my throat, from his fist on my body, from his push off the ladder? What grew from his words that cut through, from his screams and foreboding, from his harming and holding? Pain? No doubt. Hurt? For sure. But there was more. Much, much more. I found the strength to run and find a space of my own, to plant roots and go on. And I learned to shine like the silver, silver moon in the dark night sky. My roots grew down, my limbs grew up, and I became me. Tough, full of love. Enough. Let me repeat. I was enough, enough, enough. And now he has no hold on me because I grew roots far away from him, and I will never again be dimmed. I'll just shine like the silver, silver moon in the dark night sky. Shine, 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 with a hope, with a strength that is mine, mine, mine.
Didn't your mother tell you not to leave your glass on the table? That it would leave rings? You fell asleep? No excuse. There's a legend that overlapping rings created by cold glasses of beer inspired the three-ring logo for Ballantine Ale. Purity, body, flavor. Ah, yes. Rings interlocking are, of course, and with all too great certainty, chains. Hardened steel or perhaps blood, dark red coagulated. Every bit as unbreakable as steel. Behind the chains are glimpses of earth and sky, but finding the way, finding the way. Chains are engineered by the powers that be. Maybe them, maybe us, maybe me, to confine, to control. They are also made to be broken.
I remember, young and barefooted, running to keep up with my father as he swings two fishing poles over his shoulder and holds onto our old metal icebox. The asphalt is hot, and I am running from the shadow of one dancing palm tree to another, hoping that my feet won't blister. We finally get to the beach, and my father sets up our fishing poles. I'm skipping and humming to a song that I believe the ocean is singing. I watch two dolphins jump and play. The seagulls seem to be purring. My dad opens our metal icebox with rust on the corners, offering me some apple juice. But I'm not ready as I dig my feet deep into the sand. The wind is blowing, and I find a piece of seaweed, wrapping it on top of my head like a crown. I am lost in my own world, and so happy that we come as often as we do. Oh gosh, how long has my dad been calling my name? I dance back with beet red shoulders, and Dad smears the white stuff on my sunburned skin, wraps a towel around me, and laughs at my crown. We sit waiting for a pull or a tug on our fishing lines, but it never really matters. This is our safe place where we can be together, letting our imaginations run wild. Barely talking, just looking and feeling.
The shadows lingered over my broken body. I couldn't stay there. They would have killed me. I used my blood, covered the sun, and made my own light. I couldn't live exposed in my trauma anymore. So I created my own light, my own world. I created my own sanctuary with my recovery. My pain was relentless. It planted seeds of strength, gentleness, resilience, creativity, love, and forgiveness. It may not look like any tree you've ever seen, but it is a safe place for me to heal, to grow. I'm gonna grow. Even if my tree bleeds along the journey, at least I'll be free. I'll be my own God. Apparently God was too busy to save me. He couldn't hear me. I am a tree that bleeds. I am not the tree that you expected, but the one that I needed to be. I'll be damned if I stop growing. I'll create a sanctuary for broken people like me. I'll awaken the goddess inside, and I'll set her free. I'll awaken the goddess inside, and I'll set her free. This is my recovery.
Addicts and alcoholics are deep and have many life experiences under their belts. This addict is not just who he is now, he is the accumulation of all the selves he has ever been. Through the surface layers, I see beauty and smoothness. I see drama and mud, and even the painful memories that came together to create this addict's past. I also see the power of redemption and transformation that is available as part of making art, where on the surface he has written the Sanskrit symbol for Om. It does not erase the life underneath, but rather adds a layer of peace and tranquility on top of this rich drawing. It's further enhanced and almost activated by dots that bring energy and vitality to the symbol. The Om symbol shines through the slashes of red and green on the very top surface. Many recovering addicts talk about their healing as peeling back the layers of an onion. Layers again, not only because we often cry, but also because it feels like a deeper layer of the same challenge, a deeper understanding of the same issue as we work our way through sobriety and the steps. Finally, I think of the definition of serenity in AA, that serenity is not about having no more storms in life, but instead having the ability to stay afloat and upright and even serene during the storms. The strong diagonal red lines on the surface speak to that. Peace, even in pain, calm, even in storms.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.